Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, Sirr of the 2020 Podcast, LLC. Please say the LLC. And before you listen to this episode, I just got to let you know, I need you to stop what you're doing. Go to blkrenaissance.com, and I need you to shop for the culture. That's right. Anytime you use the promo code LLC20 at Black Renaissance Clothing's website, you will get 20% off your order. Off rip, no questions asked. So do me a favor and do it for the culture. Peace.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Sade with Black on Black Rhymes. Step to the mic.
Mic check.
People always ask me where I get my confidence from, and I get it from inside. It's an inside thing, y'all. And when it comes to beautiful skin, I rock with Blendia by India, where her motto is, be confident in your skin. She has a variety of naturally made soaps to keep you smelling good, hair products for long, luscious, healthy hair, and even beard products for men. You know, we got to keep those struggle beards away. So visit BlendiaByIndia.com and use promo 2020skin to get 10% off your order. Thank you, Blendia by India, for being a sponsor of the 2020 Podcast, LLC. Please say the LLC.
Hey, this is Butter So Fly of Powerlines Poetry, here to let you know anytime I feel good, I have to look good, so you have to listen to me. Make sure you go to gurudesigns.com, use a 3 instead of an E. The website is great, so you can get something for yourself, and then she makes custom clothes for men too. And guess what? I got a promo code for you. Use 20/20 and it'll get you 15% off of any order $25 or more. You can't beat that. Go to gurudesigns.com.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Okay, we lit it just like a fuse, so no need to pick and choose. Welcome to 2020, where we do more than interviews. The hottest be coming through, jumping knowledge on all of you. Get a bigger the front of you with the truth that they offer you. Yeah, hands up, we doing it for the culture. To give artists and businesses more exposure. Keeping it real and stay silent just like a boulder. It's about to go all the way down, can't get no lower. Chasing my dreams, know that they get no slower. But if I stay running, I promise they getting closer. Moreover, success my older. And if you're sleeping on me, I'm waking them up like Folgers. I told you, coming from the land with the tide roll. Well, we'll be on a whole different vibe though. We like to ride slow and keep our windows tinted so you really can see us like Stevie Wonder waking up with his eyes closed. Yeah, got the kind of flow that rock the boat. On my 16s of pounds of dough. And if you figure you can hang with me on the mic, then grab some rope. Matter of fact, better grab some hope. While you at it, we keep it live, it's time to tune in. Turn up the sound on what you're using. It goes so hard, I think it's bruising. The show is 2020, no need to zoom in. Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, Sirr of the 2020 Podcast, LLC. Please say the LLC. And I got a special guest today. Miss Koca Kaee, your favorite addiction, is in the building. How you doing
Favorite
today?
addiction. I'm doing amazing.
Man, look here. Before we even get started, thank you for taking time out your night to do this. I used to say day, but take time out your night to do this interview. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for offering me the opportunity. This is an amazing platform. I've heard nothing but amazing things from people around me that I work with, and it was like, yeah, that's where it's at.
All right. Well, you're flattering me. I appreciate you. So before we even get started, Koca Kaee, if anybody was to ask what it is that you do, what would you tell them?
I'm an entertainer. I rap, I sing, I act, model, you name it, I do.
All right. Now, with being, a person of many hats, we'll start with you being an artist first. So how long have you been a musical artist?
I've been a musical artist for like 9 years, since I was 13, but I just started taking it serious like a year ago, performing, just walking out on faith. The pandemic made me realize, working for somebody else, you're very expungible. They can get rid of you while you building up their dream. But when you building up your own dream, nobody can tell you what to do.
That's real. Now you mentioned, some 9 years, of really knowing that you're into different lanes, you're a little different. You like to pursue your craft. Like, what
Right.
inspired you to really go into, being an entertainer?
Just seeing my parents do it.
Mm,
My parents started out, my son is one. So I was about his age going in the studio with them.
mm,
And I was like, man, that's cool. I like that. It was the different seeing them record themselves and hear themselves play it back, and then other people like it. That I was like, that's cool. So seeing
mm.
them perform and just become real animated outside of who you see as your parents every day, I was like, man, I gotta do that. I gotta be a part of that.
Okay. Okay. And what is it that your parents did? Were they singers or
Rappers.
rappers? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
they're
Okay.
rappers.
So
So
it's in your
yeah,
blood to say, what I'm
in my
saying, to do
DNA.
this. Oh man. That's what's up. That's what's up. So and what's crazy is we have these talents, coming up, and we talk about it being in your DNA. And I always find it interesting when you find that one person who finds they're good at something and they go and tell their parents and they be like, yeah, you got it from me. I used to do the same thing growing up.
Yeah,
I always
yeah,
find that interesting. It's like a reincarnation of talent of sorts.
yeah. And they're so amazed by it. It was like, I started it, but I passed you the baton. Like you gotta run with it. Run
That's
with
real.
it. See
That's
how
real.
far you can go. They know I can go the distance, so they definitely support me with anything that I need. Shout out to mom and dad
Okay.
for the
Shout out to
support.
mom and dad.
So,
Shout
yeah,
out to
I
mom.
love it.
All right. So let's flip this. We talked about the inspiration. We talked about how long you've been in it. Let's start talking about what you've encountered so far. Look, one of the things I love about being candid with people like yourself is I get the ability to show the good and the not so good. That way we can get a full picture on what it's like to pursue your dream. So what obstacles have you encountered along the way of being an entertainer?
Oh man, when you're an artist, you're gonna encounter some obstacles, a lot of obstacles. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten into it with people behind the scenes, from jealousy to small disputes where you clash, personalities clash, because we all have big personalities when you're an entertainer or in a lane of entertainment.
Mm,
Um, so personalities clashing, and then with COVID and everything going on, personal life stuff, how coping with that around me, it's been a ride. Just in 1 year, when I decided to put my foot down, it seemed like everything did a 180, not a
mm,
360. It didn't go back to the same, but I did a complete flip. So I lost my cousin this year back in April.
I'm
That
sorry.
was the toughest thing for me. But I knew he supported me way before everybody else knew that I really decided to take music serious. He told me I have a talent, so to keep going with it, so to see one of the people, one of my day ones, you know, get tragically killed, that's something I deal with. But I transmute that energy into making art so others can identify with how I feel and won't have to take it out on anybody else.
Mm. I understand. You're taking the negative portion on it, speaking
Right.
on it and making it real and showing it as it is so that someone else doesn't follow that same suit. Or you could be
Exactly.
speaking for a pain that someone else has felt. So
Exactly.
I feel that, especially being in the vein that you're in of entertainer, a lot of times you guys are the voice of the voiceless. So
Everything is in the spotlight. I mean, everything that I go through is in the forefront. Whether I'm happy,
mm,
sad, mad, whatever, is you can see it in the forefront. You might not if you don't know me personally, but for the most part, when like interviews and we have to work through it, push through it. So sometimes I might be a little, hey guys, I'm not feeling it today, but I gotta push through it, and I just want to be that inspiration to people. Like, hey, if she could do it, I could do it. If she did that, I can do that. Probably even better. I love to see people get the best out of themselves.
mm, that's going to take you far. That's going
Yeah,
to take you really far right there. A lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people are for themselves or do it for their own self gratification. But the fact that you're conscious that, this is for the next person to see, to keep pushing, like my trial is my testimony, is
yeah,
amazing. A lot of people get way down the line before they even realize that. And the fact that you see that now that's pretty astounding. It's pretty astounding.
It took me a minute to see how much I inspired people,
Mm-hmm.
even around me. And I had to sit back and I asked God, I'm like, why are these people so influenced by me?
Mm-hmm.
I can say something and they take it to heart. And I said, you know what? God put me here to touch people's hearts.
Yeah.
And I have to be careful. And I have to be this beacon of light because he put me here for that purpose. So I have to do what I have to do.
All right. Well, speaking of duties and doing what you have to do, I love my little segues. You got to pardon me. You are not just an entertainer. You like we say, you're a person of many hats, and with having many hats, there comes time management as an issue. So, how do you balance work and your personal life?
Sometimes work wins. Sometimes it does win. But I have to balance it and make some time for self. So I take and just shut my phone off for a bit, whether it be an hour or two, and just say, hey, listen, you got to pull it together, these emotions, because as you work with people and you do have these things of many hats and talents, you have these different energies that are latching on to you. So you become drained because you're pouring out so much. So you have to take time to recharge. So I'll dedicate an hour or two to myself before bed, where I just shut off my devices. I put it on do not disturb. That way I can truly unwind and tune in with myself and rest peacefully. Because if you go to sleep with a lot on your mind, thinking about what you have to do tomorrow, what you didn't do today, you won't sleep.
I wish I could. You're like the fifth person that's told me about using do not disturb. I feel like God tried to talk to me because I have a problem saying no.
You have to do not disturb, because I'm like that. I wouldn't say a people pleaser, but I don't like feeling like I couldn't help this person in a way. Or, I want to be a part of helping everybody. That's my thing. But sometimes you can't help everybody.
It's
You're
true.
not here to help everybody. That's another lesson. So, I have to put my phone on do not disturb to protect my energy. If I didn't see it, you figured it out before I seen it, kudos.
Right.
So that's how I balance everything. Do not disturb, dedicating an hour or two before bed to myself, and that's it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You're speaking self-help right now, and I'm feeling all of it. I'm feeling all of it.
It was a journey with that, because it was times where I would be like, oh, let me turn it off just in case somebody called me during the middle of the night. I'm like, well, what can I do in the middle of the night if they need help? Realistically, there's 911, other people. I can't really do too much if I'm already resting because of a long day. So I have my emergency contacts where they can, but they usually don't.
Right. Okay. Well, let's move on forward. Let's talk about these 9 years, because I'm not gonna lie. When you say you've been doing this for 9 years, my brain was like, wait, what?
I've been doing this since I was in middle school.
Man, that's amazing.
I used to record off my my MacBook, and it was horrible quality. But I knew I had something in, because even then, the stuff that I was doing, then people gravitated towards it. And they say, you have to keep going. You have to. But as I got older, going through high school and graduating high school, it was like, I started questioning myself. I was like, what? Are you sure? Like, that self-doubt, started getting to me. I'm like, what are the odds of me becoming a celebrity or something, making music? But it's not about that. I learned it's not about that. It's about reaching out and teaching people. But I was talking myself out of it, and then God just kept putting it in my face, like, hey, this is you helping people, everybody else with their dreams and stuff, but what are you doing? You have a purpose. You here. Do what I asked you to do. So I was left with an ultimatum. During the pandemic, I had my son, and I was going through postpartum, and I was folding up clothes. My son was on my chest, in the little kangaroo pouch,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was just in my head. I was like, just upset. going through that period of, what they call the baby blues, where you'll cry and it's just hormonal, everything just crazy. So I just started writing music and I felt a release, like it felt tension off my shoulders. I felt better after I did that.
Mm,
And it, in a sense, saved my life because who would have known like going through that postpartum is a dangerous thing for women. So
mm,
who would have known if I would have kept any pressure on my chest, where would I have been?
that's a good
If I
point.
didn't get back to my roots of creating music. And ever since I did that, God been making way for me to network and meet people with like mindsets.
Mm,
So it's been working for me. I can't complain. So that's from those 9 years, it's been me battling back and forth. Like I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna wait to do it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do it. Now it's the time. I can't keep going back and forth with it. Now it's the time for me to do what I gotta do.
mm. Okay. So let's talk about, because you mentioned in starting in middle school with your MacBook, people gravitating, following you through high school. If you had to pick a memory that you would say would be the most memorable up to this point, what would you choose?
Uh, the most memorable for me,
Mm,
I w- it's so many, but I say my top memory is I used to perform at parties, like even in middle school. I'm talking about the quality of my songs was horrible. I can admit that today because I came so far with it. But the lyrics, the quality, it wasn't quite where I am today.
mm,
And even then, people were still booking me to do gigs, and I'm like, man, I can go far with this. I can go somewhere with this if I just keep on going.
mm-hmm,
So that's one of the most memorables. Like we had a pep rally at high school, and most of the students knew my song, and that was shocking for me. I was like, "What? Okay."
that's what's up. That's what's up. To hear your peers,
Yeah,
reciting lyrics.
that's a different feeling when other people they pay attention to you and know, even when you're not trying to be in the spotlight. It was just something that I wanted to do, and it caught on, and I just decided, hey, this may be my thing. Everybody had that thing. This may be mine.
Mm, all right. I like finding purpose and hearing about that now. All right. So let's flip that question,
Hmm.
because we talked about the positive. Let's give a fair assessment and talk about the not so positive moments.
Right.
At any point in time, did you feel that you wouldn't be successful? And if so, who or what changed your mind?
It was a time recently. I would say last. Well, it was the beginning of this year. Um, it was right before my cousin's death. I had got booked for a show, but we didn't make any real money off of it. We didn't do real good with promo. I got paid $20.
Oh,
Yeah, and during that time, I was going through a real financial issue, and I was like, I need to get a job. Like this ain't for me. This is not for me, and I can't do this. I got a son. My son is like a year old. I can't do this. I can't rely on something that's not bringing me a consistent amount of revenue. That it strained me at that time. And then at that time, I stopped getting booked around, and then I lost like this creative drive because I wasn't focused on my music. I was focused more on the financial part of it. And then my cousin tragically got killed, and I was like, you know what, I'm just throwing the towel. Maybe I just need to quit because it seemed like everything around me is spiraling because I'm putting my focus on this one thing.
right.
But out of all that, um I don't know how I did it. I think it was the motivation of my son. When he would hear my music, he would dance whenever I would put it on,
Mm,
just cleaning up and around the house. And he started learning how to talk, so he would sing certain parts of the song. I'm like, didn't hit me one day until he started singing and dancing to certain parts of the song, knowing it. And I was like, okay, if I don't do it for nobody else, I gotta do it for him.
there you go.
And that's what kept me going. I was like, I'm too invested in it now. He's young. I gotta keep going.
Motivation comes from some of the most unexpected places. And
Right.
having your own seed to do that to you, remind
Yeah.
you of who matters, you know?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
so seeing him interact with me, knowing that at a young age, I'm like, okay, now if he's paying attention, that means if he see me quit whenever stuff get hard, he's gonna quit. I can't quit.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
can't do it. I didn't,
That part.
so I pushed through and just that's the whole reason I still do it. So I'm like, okay, if he see me quit on my dream, he's gonna quit on his, and we're not gonna have that generational curse. My parents, I wouldn't say they necessarily quit on theirs. They just passed it, passed it, and we have the same dream in a sense. So I'm just working. I'm doing what I gotta do.
Okay. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Okay. But since we're talking about working, I want to ask you one of my two favorite questions.
Go for it.
Now, I call this the long-term question because this I'm a thinker. I sit and I think. So this is one of those questions that kind of sees where you see yourself in the future. So where would you like to see yourself as a parent, as a person, as an entertainer in 1 year, in 3 years, then in 10 years?
All right. Ooh. So where do I see my business as a mother? Everything all around.
Mm-hmm.
First, so for the did I mute myself? I
You
thought I
still here?
did. Cool. 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 Okay. Yeah. All right. So I see myself being a resilient mother, showing my child that no matter what comes your way, even when you have to sit and make difficult decisions, you're gonna always make it through the fire.
Mm.
Don't never stop through hell. Run through hell, but don't ever stop. So
Okay.
that's where I see myself in 1 year, showing my resilience. In 3 years, I show the pinnacle of coming up from working, from not having to having, just by aligning myself with my purpose and showing other women my age that kind of went through similar experiences as me that if I can do it, you can do it in
Mm-hmm.
3 years, maybe in two. You can be better than what I did. It don't just stop at me. And in 10 years, I see myself being a philanthropist. I actually want to open neighborhoods and make it better for kids in America. I wouldn't even say kids, but that's all going to trickle down to it. But young Black women and men in America, where we can have these things at our fingertips that's obtainable to us, where we feel like we don't have to fight for it. I want to be able to build a community like that. I want to get back to us being hunters and gatherers, like in my neighborhood when I'm building. I want to take it back to that natural thing where we eating these foods out the gardens, we eating this fresh meat. If you eat meat, catching this fresh fish, and getting back to the holistic healing, getting tapping back in with nature, meditating, yoga, the whole nine. I see myself doing that in 10 years. Music and entertainment is just the investment, so I can invest in that. So that's where I see myself in 10 years. So that's the goal.
Okay. I like it. It sounds like you got a plan already. What I like is the sense of community in your
Yeah.
plan. Being in a position to help others and to show others how to help other people. That's how you help a community. That's how you
Yeah.
build one again.
I'm very family oriented. Like I love big
Mm.
families. I love being around people. I love feeling okay. We help each other. We come up together. It's enough resources for all of us out here to get to our goals. But teamwork make the dream work.
That part. That part. Okay.
Mm.
Well, Koca Kaee, this
Yeah.
is actually my final question. This is my number one question because I dedicate this to everybody who's listening. The hardest thing in the world to do is to take a dream and run with it. It's also the
Yes.
scariest.
Yes.
What words of encouragement would you have for that one person who has an idea, has a passion, but they're afraid to act on it?
Listen, if you listening, and I need y'all to turn y'all volumes up and pay attention because I dealt with that same thing. Now, it's only going to get tougher until you sit down and say, fine, I'm going to do it. Because the longer you procrastinate, the harder you make it for yourself. The harder you make it for yourself, and it's no such thing as perfect timing. Nothing is going to be perfect ever. It may not be what we imagine. Sometimes you have to do it to get the motivation to do it. Everything else may not seem like it's ideal, but when you act on what you're doing, everything has no choice but to follow suit. So you can't say, I'm gonna wait till I get motivated. I'm gonna wait till I get this creativity. Do it now. Do it now, and everything else is gonna follow suit. Don't wait. Don't hold yourself back. Don't let other people talk you out of something you want to do. If they talk you out of something you want to do, tune them out, tell them shut up. Do what you want to do. Don't worry about what I got going on over here in my lane. Because as you go up, you're going to start aligning with people that's meant to be in your soul tribe. Focus on that. Don't worry about what others are going to think about you, how your financial status may be, your health may be. Yeah, focus on your health, but focus on you. You can't worry about no outer circle at this point when you're building up. You have to keep yourself filled in order to pour into others, and I had to learn that. So you cannot pour into others if you empty. Focus on you. Focus on what you want to do. Then you can reach out and branch out to other people. So that's what I have. Focus on you until the focus is on you.
There it is. Plain and simple.
That's it.
Koca Kaee, your favorite addiction. Ma'am,
favorite addiction.
If anybody want to get in contact with you or they wanted to follow you, where could they find you on social media?
Okay, they can follow me on Instagram at KOCA KAEE _. That's on Instagram, Koca Kaee _. And my profile should say Koca Kaee, your favorite addiction. Then on Facebook, it's Koca Kaee, KOCA KAEE. And you'll see the same thing. I have a business page, my personal page, they're all attached. And if you go on Instagram, you'll see my link tree where you can click on it in the bio and it'll take you to everything that I have, even on Facebook as well. But you'll be able to see me. All my contact information is there for bookings and just anything. I don't bite. I'm not a moody person. Hit me up, I definitely reach back out. I love when people show me love. I show love back.
Yeah, most definitely. You definitely hit you back. I'm a product of that. You definitely respond. Hey, I appreciate you.
Thank you. This
was an amazing interview. I look forward to working with you again. I look forward to seeing your name being spoken and seeing it. How do you see somebody's name spoken? But hearing your name spoken.
Oh, you're going to see it spoken. You're going to see it on billboards. You see it. You see it. You're manifesting it. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I look forward to running across you again and doing another one of these interviews. That way we can talk about what has changed since our last interview.
Right. Yeah. We can definitely do that. I can't wait. I'm excited for it already.
Hey, there it is. So Koca Kaee, y'all, your favorite addiction in the building.
Favorite addiction.
Hey, and with that, this has been your boy Sirr, and we are out.
Energy never dies, energy never lies. Energy never dies, energy never lies. I swear I bring hope to these bitches, the poke to these bitches. These hoes addicted to me, I'm dope to these bitches. But is they really seeing me? A ghost to these bitches. Had to lay low for a while. Ghosting you niggas, they try to take my style, but I always switch my flow like I always switch my clothes. So you can't take nothing but notes. If you diving, better float, cause my wave is sinking boats. If you ain't surfing adios, fan base from coast to coast, take a vote or I'm the GOAT. You swear you on some dangerous shit. Put a bag on your head, now your man got hit. Something like a fucking dragon, sparks fly when I spit. It ain't official on the track until it's stamped by Koca Kaee, bitch.